Want to save even more money charging off-peak? If you precondition your EV, you're doing it wrong and it is costing you money. Dave Takes It On investigates and shows you how a simple 3-second task can save you money. Now, I must say a huge thank you to all my viewers and subscribers and those who leave comments. I've just reached an amazing 1,100 subscribers and just exceeded 100,000 views. Wow! My first video uploaded on the 14th of March only got a few dozen views. I never imagined this many people this quickly. A massive thank you to all of you. And a really big mention to the comments section and all who have left comments. When I began the channel, I prided myself on having a good bit of knowledge and the ability to investigate before leaping in with an opinion. Because I've always taken a hands-on approach, or drive there and see for myself, some of your questions have made me dig deeper and discover that what I knew is often only true up to a point, and sometimes even wrong. I do find totally unexpected things, so I'm also increasing my knowledge of all to do with EVs and charging them. Now, a comment I received recently was obviously from a non-EV owner, and one nobody can convert. You know the ones they say, well, when an EV can do 1,000 miles on a full battery and recharge in less than 5 minutes, then I'll switch. You know, one of those. And we all know if one ever did do that, they'd simply switch to, well, I can't possibly afford that. But if they do that and come down to less than, say, £15,000, then I'd definitely consider one then. But the comment said, if I live in a flat, can't charge at home, I can't preheat and defrost my EV in the winter or pre-cool it in the summer, so I wouldn't consider one. Well, ignoring the fact that they've been driving petrol or diesel cars all their life and they have never, nor can they ever do that, it got me thinking. Well, first, most EVs can be programmed to charge to a specific limit or to be ready for a set time. At the set time, the car will not only be charged, but also the cabin will be preconditioned, so getting in is a pleasant change from the old ice rituals, bucket of hot water and ice scraper, or scalding yourself on red-hot seats. That can be done quite happily whether or not you charge at home, as I well know. If my car is parked for 20 minutes outside McDonald's in this sort of weather, I use it before finishing my meal. It's not plugged in then. That's just luxury. But on this occasion, I had actually just recently checked my EV tariff as prices have come down. And that made me ask myself 2 questions. First of all, how much energy does it take to chill it down in the summer? And why is my car plugged into my home charger still at 11 AM, way past peak rate, chilling the cabin when the battery is full of cheap rate electricity that I wasn't going to use that day? So, a really quick hands-on experiment. I sat my car in full sun, allowed it to heat up, I unplugged it and monitored the process and time and energy it took to get from 42 Celsius, that's 107 Fahrenheit, down to 19 Celsius or 66 Fahrenheit. The car was charged with a range of 176 miles. That's pretty normal for me. It's about 75-80%, as I was going driving later that day and expecting to get back with maybe 40 or 50 miles left, so not using it all. Well, just like charging, the temperature dropped quite quickly at first, then really slowed down. At 13 minutes, it was down to 21 Celsius or 70 Fahrenheit, quite comfortable, but finally took a total of 26 minutes to drop that down to the 19 Celsius or 66 Fahrenheit. During that time, the mileage that started at 176 dropped to 172. It had used just 4 miles of range to chill my car really cool. And I could afford 4 miles this day. Now it was cool, the power consumption dropped dramatically to hold it there, but even had it remained at 4 kilowatts per half hour, the battery would be good for a whole day. My off-peak 12.1 pence ends at 7 AM, but I rarely leave before 11. It's often after lunch. So the cooling is normally done at peak rate, 51p, over 4 times as much. What a waste. If I'm not going to use the whole charge in the battery during the day, then a 3-second trip outside to unplug it before the cooling starts means my car is cooling at 12p not 51p. Simples. Now, I know some of you will say, but that's only 30 or 40p, why bother? But I do remember back in my fossil fuel days, driving an extra mile or so to get diesel at 2p per litre cheaper, and often only putting in 20 or 30 litres. Weird the way my mind works, and thanks for the comments. Keep them coming in. I'm Dave.